Okay, I just got out of a position with WNFT, and that was because this 200K seller shut up and I want nothing to do with it. This was kind of a weird, sketchy morning panic bounce play, and it did have a drop from the 77s. It did get as low as 69, so that is roughly a 10% drop. And I did long 1,500 shares at 952, and I didn't like it because there really wasn't support at the bid, and I thought, it could very easily just break 69 because it was a bunch of bidders, but they were in the 68s, and anything could just cause this thing to panic. It's not even something that shows up on E-Trade Pro, at least the daily chart here. And I thought, what's the worst case scenario? Worst case scenario, we get a big panic. It goes to 54, which was like the lowest level right here. So this was a pretty, very, very wide risk level, but I figured I'm just gonna trade off of that because I just don't have that much confidence with this setup. And there isn't really anything too nice going on in the OTC market, but I did take this trade and I did sell a portion of my position while it was uptrending at 725, and that was at 955. So right here I did have a tippy top sell right here. And then when that 200K seller showed up at the ask, I did put in the order to sell the rest of my shares. And I got the last 1,000 shares sold at 72, and that was at 956, which was right here, right when I started the record. It was still uptrending. That 200K seller just showed up, and it, was eventually going to cause this price action here. So that was the case with this trade. There really isn't anything else in the LTC market that I'm interested in, although this one did offer a morning panic bounce play. I just wasn't really that interested in trading it, but it actually did do a turnaround. There was a point where I could have bought at 67, and it did get as high as 74, which was pretty nice. I don't regret missing this one too much because it doesn't have like the best daily chart for a morning panic bounce play, but the good thing with this stock is that it is known to do morning panic bounce play setup. So in theory, I could have traded HMBL, and I'm happy with the trade I had with WNFT, and this one is already back to where it was previously. That's pretty much it for right now. I will make an update later. Maybe I could have had a higher risk level and then I would have more shares here, but this one was super speculative. And after I had that uptrend here past VWAP, it just came back under immediately. So that's one thing to take into consideration. All right, it is 7:35 p.m. and I'm here to call it off. Overall, I am going to be up on the day just $3.24, and that was trading that one setup with WNFT. And I actually should have had 2,000 shares to stick to a $30 risk level. I had 1,500 shares, so it would have been a little more profitable. And that was the setup right here, which I mean, it did kind of work out, but it didn't have very much price action. It was still something that I was familiar with. And I do want to go over this with BMIX, and the chart looks a little off. Let me see if I can be able to bring it back to the point where I can zoom in. I think if I do something like this, I should be able to zoom in the chart. This would look a lot better. Yeah, this is it. Okay. I was watching this yesterday, and I was watching this today, and briefly in the morning, I was watching it to see if it would do like a morning spike and break the 17 level. It didn't do it, but it did eventually break it. And who knows how I would have traded it. This was something that if I was looking at it the moment it was happening, I would have definitely have tried trading it because it was that nice breakout. And this thing did get as high as the 19s, almost 22 pennies. So that would have been pretty profitable. I did miss out on this, but as for the other setups, there wasn't really anything else that was interesting besides the one with WNFT. And I think HMBL had a morning panic bounce play. It did kind of have one, but it wasn't really that nice looking. But the move was there. Not too much in the OTC market, but there are still setups. And BMIX again did offer a lot of movement, went from the 17s to as high as the 20 level. So that was pretty impressive there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have for today. And God willing, I'll be on this again tomorrow.